What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here, bringing another video. As you can see here, I am wearing my Captain America t-shirt because I just saw Captain America Civil War, and I'll tell you this much right now, it's a good movie. For those that are wondering, this is the non-spoilers review. I will be doing a spoilers review as well for the movie, but yeah, this is the non-spoilers review. Personally, I like the movie a lot. Really fun. A ton of characters were in it. Really complicated, really interesting story. There were so many layers to it. If you are a fan who is watching this and has no prior knowledge of the Marvel Universe, you will still find things that you'll enjoy. If you're someone that's seeing it and has plenty of knowledge and has seen every Marvel movie that's come out since probably as early as Iron Man, if not earlier, you'll have that knowledge. You'll know stuff. If not, even Spider-Man back, you will have knowledge, obviously, and you will be able to follow along very well. Obviously, there are limits to how much knowledge you'll have if you're unfamiliar with any of these characters, but for the most part, you'll be able to fill in most of the gaps as you go along and get a general sense. Not obviously a super detailed sense. I mean, not every single character will be up front and like in your face and like said to you, but you'll get a sense of like, oh, this is a character, this is a character, this is a character. He's cool, he's okay, he's cool. It's definitely a longer movie, but at the same time, it's a worthwhile movie. It has a good plot. It has many different areas of story, and it's a really fun one. There's some sad moments, some happy moments. There's some romance. There's a lot of stuff in it. There's action. There's fighting. There's all sorts of stuff, and many things come into play here. You have villains and you have heroes. You have characters who are trying to prove what they believe in, and other characters that are trying to prove what they believe in, and it's a very well done setup. And if you're brand new to the Marvel Universe, it will be interesting. It's fun. There's also many characters getting introductions for the first time, or getting reintroductions in that universe, as well as lots and lots of a lot of really cool things. It was a very well done movie, and it's a movie that I'm sure is going to do extremely well. And if you haven't seen it yet, I will tell you this much right now: definitely worth going to. Even if you see it once, still worth it. Personally, what would I say? I would say go see it more than once. I really did enjoy it a lot. Like, it was a really good movie. I had a lot of fun. I got to see lots of stuff that I was looking forward to. And we haven't, like, the last movie that we saw from Marvel came out in February. It's now May, and I mean, sure, 3 months. That's not too long, but I'm a big fan of the Marvel Universe, and we haven't seen a major Marvel movie that wasn't Deadpool since the Avengers, pretty much. And that was, well, no, Ant-Man, that's true. But I never saw Ant-Man, so for me, it's a lot more time. But you get my point, though. I mean, they've been spacing them out pretty well, but it is interesting. And so many characters get so much representation. There's a lot of great humor. If you're aware of certain characters, you'll be able to pick up on a lot of the jokes. And even if you're not, you'll be able to get some knowledge and get some recognition that you may not have otherwise, just from your audience or just in general from the atmosphere of what's being said. And you may just laugh because a lot of it is really funny, and there are definitely some interesting moments that were chosen pretty well, and some really cool stuff was done, and the story is well detailed, well written. And for those that are wondering, is it anything like the Batman vs. Superman? No, not at all. there's a person that I know that ended up asking that to some other people who had seen it before I did, and basically they said like no, and when I went to see this, I was like, no, you can't compare that. Like, this is such a different universe. Marvel establishes themselves a lot more. Well, DC kind of just threw everything at everyone with that movie. There was no prior knowledge. It's like, if you know things, then great. If you don't know things, then, well, here you go. Enjoy yourselves. There's no build-up. There's no nothing. There's no movies that are setting up for that. That was their issue. Now, Marvel, on the other hand, is a franchise that has gone out of the way since early on to get characters set up for this. I mean, think about it. You've got Iron Man set up. You've got Captain America set up. You've got Thor. I mean, you have characters set up through their own movies. That is so ideal. That is what is good and smart, and that is why if you're someone that looks at this movie, compares it or whatever, don't, because it's not a fair comparison. It's a very, very hard comparison. One's DC, one's Marvel. Marvel does their own thing, DC does their own thing. You know, you can't judge, but you can judge if you, at the same time in some ways, but you have to be reasonable with this, because, you know, it's an interesting franchise. And I'll say this much right now, I'm glad I saw it. I really am. So I'd love to know in the comments, have you guys seen it yet? I am going to be doing a spoilers review as well, giving my insight as far as spoilers go, what I thought of it. Obviously, again, it's going to be a spoilers review, meaning there will be details of the overall story and plot points and all that, which is why I'm really not talking about the plot points and all that here and the story elements, because, and also the characters, really, because I don't want to give away anything big if you haven't seen it yet. But if you have, then great, and if you want to, you can move over to my spoilers review and watch that, which will probably go up around the same time as this review, where I'll be talking about some of the facts that, you know, are a little bit more detailed and interesting, and, you know, giving some insight on that. And it's all good. It's all really good. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. I don't have. I've done a couple of movie reviews in the past. Not too many, but this was definitely one of the ones where I was like, I saw it when it came out, and I wanted to do a review on it, and I'm doing a review on it. So please leave your comments, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, guys, I'm Crazy Samurai 71, and goodbye, guys.